the season, when other teams went on their runs, we kind of dropped our heads and then we ended up getting blown out. But I think we're doing a much better job at just staying poised, riding the waves, and sticking together as a team.
We've got some people that are a little bit beat up, and then do you go into a game and sort of try and rest them, or you go in and go, all right, we're trying to keep momentum heading into the finals? And as you saw, Naya hurt her ankle, and Rochi's a little bit beat up, so we'll make that decision. You know, Adelaide's going to be tough in Adelaide on their home floor.
Hello and welcome to the South Australia State Basketball Centre for the final match of the regular season between the Adelaide Lightning and the finals-bound Southside Melbourne Flyers. These two sides met just last week, where the Lightning pushed the Flyers to within 5 points. Can they finish their season on a high this afternoon, or will Southside head into the semi-finals next week with the winning momentum? The players have arrived thanks to Minor Hotels as we get set for some Sunday afternoon WNBL hoops. Jess Webster with you alongside two-time WNBL champion Bet Cole and former player and coach Larissa Anderson. Great to have you both at the desk this afternoon. A couple of big outs for the Southside Flyers today, and Adelaide will sense an opportunity to strike.
And you said it, Jess. Adelaide was so close to the Flyers and getting a win, and they just fell short in the dying minutes. So they'll want redemption, especially on their home floor, in front of your fans. Finish the season on a high. There's a lot of pride to play for. And then the Flyers rest, interesting. Locke and Rochi out. They're resting them, but do you want to finish and go into form heading into semi-finals?
Yeah, look, it's always a big question going into finals, particularly when the result of this match doesn't really matter to the Flyers. But as you said, Beck, you want momentum going in. But Rochi, obviously, they're saying very clearly needs a bit of a break, and Locke did do her ankle in the last game. So it's an opportunity for other players to step up and an opportunity for Adelaide to finish on a high. Well,
let's hear from the Adelaide captain, Steph Talbot, now, who's standing by with a final member of our commentary team this afternoon, four-time Olympian Laura Hodges.
Well, Steph, last game of the season, you played Southside a week ago. This is probably the longest preparation you've had for a game, and I know that you guys want the win. How are you feeling going into it?
Yeah, I'm excited. Last game, it's at home. We've had a full week of prep, but crazy because we played them like 4 times in the last month, so we know them really well. Had good vibes at training, so I'm really excited.
And one of the special things for me, I brought my daughters a few games ago, and they said after the game, the best part was meeting the players after the game and getting a signature from yourself. The atmosphere in here has been electric. You must be pretty proud of what it's delivered this year for the Lightning.
Yeah, I love playing here. I think it was the best thing the club ever did moving to here. The fans are awesome, and it makes me excited for the club's future.
Well, good luck for today. I hope you guys get the win for the last game of the season, and it's a great 40 minutes for you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Great to hear from Steph Talbot there. We all know how important she is and what a key she is to Adelaide, and they must feel really confident coming in today. They came so close last week to get the Flyers only going down by 5. But today, for me, a real key player is that player on the screen there, Dallas Lockridge. She's had such a great season. She's MVP candidate. She's breakout player of the year candidate, averaging nearly 17 points, 4.1 assists, 3.4 rebounds. But she had a ripper against the Flyers last game with 20 points, 5 rebounds and 8 assists. She is going to require and demand a lot more attention today from the Flyers.
No Maddie Rochi and no Nia Locke for the Southside Flyers. Let's hear what Izzy Bourne had to say. She caught up with Laura a few moments ago.
Well, Izzy, congratulations. You're in the finals. It's been like finals-like atmosphere the last 2 weeks. Is it nice to be able to relax going to the last game of the season?
Yeah, I think it's nice to be able to relax. I mean, obviously Adelaide are a great team and we still want to play hard and continue that momentum going to finals, but it's definitely nice to kind of have a little bit of freedom and breathing room going into this game.
And you've played, this is the 4th time you're about to play Adelaide, but it's the first time you've come back to your old club. How does it feel being here? Is it added nerves?
Not so much. I think it's really nice to be back. I love living in Adelaide and think it's a great city and has great people, so it's actually really nice to be back.
And obviously Maddie Rochi's out tonight. Who's going to step up for her in her absence?
Yeah, I think that a lot of our bench girls have been training really hard, and it's probably like hard to pick one, to be honest, but I think Hayley Andrews is the one that stands out. I mean, she's come on, I think especially in that last finals game, and was huge for us, so I think, yeah, she'll probably have to step into a bigger role tonight.
Well, good luck tonight and also good luck for finals.
Thanks so much.
And Bourne said it there, Hayley Andrews is the woman who needs to step up with Rochi out. She will need to run the ship, lead her team and get the right people the ball.
So it's a massive opportunity for the Adelaide Lightning on their home floor for the final time this regular season. Let's check in courtside to Laura Hodges.
Hi guys, it's great to be back at the State Basketball Centre. It was a sellout here 2 days ago, so the Adelaide Lightning have certainly won the hearts of the fans, even though they couldn't make finals. But they are really raring for that win. They were disappointed after the loss for last week, but I know the veteran of Kayla George, she won't want to be going into a game with a defeat, so it's going to be a cracking game here at the State Basketball Centre.
Thanks so much, Laura. Great to see so many fans in the house tonight. Hopefully they can see their Adelaide Lightning get a late season win against the Southside Melbourne Flyers today. It is the 4th matchup between these two sides this season. Southside have won the previous 3 meetings by 13 points in round 11, 24 points in round 14 and 5 points last week. But with a couple of their stars missing, is this Adelaide's opportunity to strike here at the State Basketball Centre? Looking forward to this contest Sunday afternoon. WNBL hoops is underway between Adelaide and Southside. It'll be the Flyers with first possession only momentarily as it's stolen away by Steph Talbot. Here's Lockridge back to Fagan. Kayla George stands in the way and wins it back for Southside. Go to Izzy Bourne. Hayley Andrews is going to play a significant amount of time in the absence of Maddie Rocci today. She's out with foot soreness. Tara Reid over the top to George. Swings it across to Andrews. Up against Dallas Lockridge. Shot clock ticking down for Southside. Throws it up on the left. It comes up short. Lockridge takes it down the floor for the Lightning.
And Southside will need to do it by committee today. With the likes of Rocci, she gives the Flyers 15 points a game, 6.5 assists, 4 rebounds. It's not just going to be Hayley Andrews who needs to do it all. Of course, being that captain on the floor, the general who leads the team, she will in that way. But for scoreboard pressure, it'll just have to be that 3-headed monster we see there of Bourne, Peters and George.
Talbot for the Lightning into the corner. That's off target from Rabati. Fagan wins it back. Oh, the pass was good to Talbot, just had a little fumble, it goes out of play, but it will stay with the Lightning.
These teams would be so familiar with each other now, playing each other 4 times this season. They would know each other's plays, and you can see this, just a little bit of a shaky start. They know exactly what each other's doing.
They came so close last week, Adelaide, to causing an upset. Talbot from long range. It's offline. Coach Aja Paramamar last week wasn't shy in saying they wanted to knock Southside out of the finals. They got pretty close to doing so. They steadied to take the win, and then that victory over the Caps on Tuesday night sealed their top 4. As we get our first points of the afternoon, thanks to Hayley Peters.
That was just nice penetration, baseline, good reverse layup. She's so strong, and she's just a versatile player that it's great for the Flyers to have.
Fagan up against George. What a battle this is going to be this afternoon. Great defense from George. Better hustle from Fagan. She makes it count with a second opportunity.
We all know when Fagan is aggressive, Adelaide are a better team for it, so that's a great start for her, particularly an inside touch, which we all love to see.
Peters lets it fly. It's no good. Rabati with the rebound. Fagan off to Talbot. Ooh, tangles with Peters. Foul is called. So what do you think Southside's mentality is coming into today? We know how important it is to take winning momentum into finals, but with a couple of players being rested, well, you know, Maddie Rocci with ankle soreness and Nia Locke with an ankle injury. We wait to sort of see the extent of that. But with a couple of players out, what do you think their mentality is?
Well, it's a chance for everyone to step up. Like Riss said earlier, this is a time for when maybe you haven't had as much opportunity, is get your confidence going heading into this finals. But they want to make sure they're executing the game plan, and you have the mentality of we're going to be the better team, because you go into finals, it's a whole nother ball game.
One lovely pass from George. She gets it done Larissa, do you think the Flyers care about the result today, or is it more about how they're playing?
Oh, look, you always care about the result, particularly given there's not going to be a whole lot of break. They prepare for finals straight away next week, next round. But as Beck just said, I think this is an opportunity when you're losing the points, assists and rebounds with Rochi out. I think a weakness for the Flyers all year has been getting that fourth consistent scorer. So I think if you actually get some confidence into someone like that lady on the screen there, Reed, and actually get more touches and someone else consistently scoring, that could work in their favour going in with more confidence next week.
Let's check it out on the Amy replay. Tara Reid outside the arc. So we've got a timeout here in the first quarter. Flyers with the early jump. They lead 7-2. There is Chrissy Harrower on screen, firing out some key messages to her players. She caught up pre-game with Laura Hodges and was asked about the result today and what it means to the club.
Yes and no. Like, don't get me wrong, we want to be able to win this game and have momentum going into the finals, but I think it's an opportunity. We'll even play some of our development players today to give them a shot at WNBL, and Izzy Whiteman hasn't sort of stepped on the floor in a WNBL game today, this year, so you know, it'd be a great opportunity for everybody, but we want to still win this game and try and go in the finals with momentum.
And we speak about as well, when you go into finals, you head into these games, you never know when a big player could get fouled out, or maybe they're just not having a really great game. So you need your 6th, 7th, 8th man to really step up. So this is why it is a good opportunity for players to come out, really find their flow, get humming. So then if that occasion does happen, all right, they're ready to step up and perform.
And for Adelaide today, they've got a lot to play for. They're thinking about next season, what team are they going to put together. They have had so many changes over the last few seasons. I would say that they're looking for a little bit of stability going into next season. So some of these players are really playing for contracts pretty much, and to say you need me for next season. So there is a lot for players to play for out there today.
And to add to that, Larissa, their games have been so well attended this season. Their fans would so love to see a win here today.
Yeah, new venue, another sellout today, and even though not making finals, that's exactly what you want to see. They're clearly saying we love the brand, we love the direction, and we're getting behind it.
And they'd love to see more of that from Razzle Dazzle Taylor Brazel.
And she's someone who stepped up against the Flyers in the last game. She had the 9.6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal and a block. But another woman who was really impressive was Rabadi. So not only on the defensive end was she hustling against the bigs of Bourne and George, but she stepped up with the 17 points and 4 steals. So if those two ladies in Brazel and Rabadi can help the likes of that woman there, Talbot and Fagan and Lockridge, this is where they can really stay and challenge the Flyers.
Absolutely.
Flyers by 4. Reid looked to go to Bourne. As Talbot takes it away for the Lightning. Southside by 4. Talbot off to Fagan. Well defended by Kayla George, who was a rock last week. Or I should say Tuesday night against the Caps. And how about that from deep?
Oh, George just punishing Fagan there. She wasn't happy with the attention on the basket, but didn't get back on defense, and George punished it.
Brazel, top of the arc, bounces off the rim, the rebound to George.
And it's happened a couple times now, Riss, just on the offensive transition from Flyers. No one's matched up. And if someone's not back, the ball is what scores. So you need to find that first.
Yep, that round leather thing is a priority for sure, Beck.
He's Bourne. A couple of triples from the Flyers.
Well, they've done a good job, Flyers. They've gotten Kayla George and Izzy Bourne some really easy, high-percentage touches around the basket. They've now got their eye in, and that's what happens. They're both really beautiful three-point shooters, and they're getting the results so far. Good inside-outside game.
Out to a double-digit lead now as Rabadi misfires for 3, and George takes it away for Southside. Averaging a double-double this season, Kayla George, in her 18th WNBL season. Good defense from Talbot. Fagan off to Lockridge. Talbot, feet set, connects for 3. get that triple against the flow of play. Flyers have built an early advantage here at the South Australia State Basketball Centre. Bourne knocks it down.
Great read by Bourne there. Adelaide are struggling to defend that Horns play there, so it's smart for the Flyers to go back to them, but Bourne read that really well, saw the defender cheating, popped for the 3.
And Fagan returns serve at the other end.
You can do, I'm going to join in.
The Flyers are shooting the 3 ball at 80% right now. So if you're Adelaide, you need a high hand and you need to close out. You need to make them do something else. You can't just let them keep shooting triples.
Just a little thing to watch here. Andrews is doing a fantastic job at setting these back screens, but the Adelaide players are really just going straight through her. That one's called. You can just see on the Amy replay here. Lovely three-point shot there by Fagan, which we all know is what she loves to do, but we all love her getting the ball inside as well.
She's going to take a little rest. Flyers by 7, 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Peters gets around Strawbridge, now to Indy Bowyer. Talbot runs it down the floor for Adelaide. Into the corner for Brazel and works her way inside, kicks it out to Talbot, who fires. Can't get it done. And Potch with a rebound.
Great to see Boyer and Potch in the game. We just heard Christy Harrower say that we are going to see some more bench players, development players get some minutes today, which it's great to see players rewarded accordingly. They've had a big season too.
Here is Indy Bowyer. Bounces off the rim. And the rebound to Whitaker. Hands it off to Dallas. Out to Brazel, and they can reset through Talbot. Thought about going herself. Now she swings it across to Lockridge, into the corner for Strawbridge, and just overshot it. Going to Potch, runs straight into Talbot, and she gets the foul.
And I like seeing Potch in early for more minutes, because she's been vital in some games to get the Flyers going. She can shoot the 3 ball fabulously well, but trying to stop her down low in the paint is almost impossible. And she's just really grown this season. So I love seeing her out there on the floor doing her thing, and she brings such positive energy, but she could be a key piece off the bench if any of those big 3 do get in trouble.
Absolutely. She's been really good for them this year, and she's also a candidate for Breakout Player of the Year, which is great to see. She's a really exciting young talent that's showed what she was capable of, particularly in a couple of standout games, one being against Adelaide.
And we see Nikita Young out there now, number 6. That is another player who she's been with the Flyers as a DP for many seasons, got her first contract this season, so it's so great to see her get some minutes this year.
Absolutely. She's had a few injuries too, so it's good to see her out there healthy.
Here's Bowyer, one of the young guns for the Flyers.
Time lucky. All from the same spot. That one goes down. Good to see.
Flyers now by 11. 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Whitaker to Talbot. Flyers by 11 with 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. And they've cut the deficit down to 8, thanks to Strawbridge from the corner.
And you can hear the fans going crazy as well. They want a win for their team. And if they can be the 6th man today, Riss, and really give Adelaide extra energy, they'll be in for a chance.
Potch from long range. We have seen some three-point shooting from the top shelf in this opening quarter.
Agree 100%. And look, the intensity is only going to get higher for the Flyers. You give these younger players a chance, they're going to leave everything out there to say, Christy Harrower, play me more.
Lockridge fires, it rattles out.
Good to see Dale shooting the ball there, though. She's a huge key. We discussed her before the game. That was her first look for the game, and they're only 14 points. They really need her to get some more looks here.
Yeah, she averages the 17 points per game, but credit to Flyers, Riss, and how they've defended her. They've actually been putting a bigger guard on her because she is so crafty around the rim. to make it harder, but she needs to get playmaking for sure, because she just adds so much scoreboard pressure.
Oh, well read by Brazel, but it's knocked out of play. It'll be a Flyers ball. So we've got Talbot, Fijo, Strawbridge, Brazel and Whitaker on the floor for the Lightning at the moment. Young, Bowyer, Poch, Peters and Bourne for the Flyers. If you've just joined us, no Matty Rocci and no Nia Locke for the Flyers today, both with ankle injuries.
Yeah, I think that would have been a real wake-up call last game, and that they only just went down by 5 points last game when there was so much on the line for the Flyers. That would have given them a real scare. Dallas Lockridge was a huge key to that game with her, the stats that we mentioned earlier. So no surprise, Beck, that they're giving her the attention that they're giving so far today. Great help there by Talbot.
Great read, hands it off to Fijo, settles, then fires it to Whitaker.
Nice job.
And gets it done.
What a passage of play right there. Came from Steph Talbot, just digging in, getting that steal, but great passing, great finishing.
Well, it all comes from defence, right, Beck? If you want to have a transition game, you've got to play solid D, and that was much better by Adelaide there.
Peters can't get it done. Final 20 seconds of the first quarter. Flyers 25, Lightning 16.
Adelaide already have 4 steals, and 3 of them are from Talbot, who we're not surprised in all areas on the stat sheet.
She's looking to make her move here. Drives inside, kicks it out. Strawbridge from deep.
She's feeling it.
Great end
quarter.
to the end of the first quarter here at the State Basketball Centre. It is the Southside Melbourne Flyers 25 leading the Adelaide Lightning 19. Stay with us. We've got the second quarter coming up after the break. Flyers from 3-point range. Fagan gets fouled, finds herself at the line. Make sure you download the free WNBL app to catch every score, story and stat. It's the fastest way to stay courtside with the WNBL. So scan the QR code on your screen now or simply search for the WNBL in your app store. So Fagan not having a great day at the foul line so far. Reed hands it off to Andrews. They go to George. Now to Reed. Another 3-ball attempt, but this time it is off target.
It was just the wrong type of swish, that one. But I love seeing Tara Reid actually putting the shots up, and she's getting the job done defensively up this end too. I think Adelaide got away with one there. Then it appeared to have come off Adelaide's foot, but we'll back the ref, right, Beck? He's down on the. We'll back it.
Yeah.
He's down on the floor.
In position A, Fijo hands it off to Fagan. Pulls up for 2, can't get it done. Rebound to Andrews.
And Adelaide just need more people crushing the offensive rebounds right now. They're currently losing 10 to 15 on the rebound count. And they have athletic players, so if they can get second chance opportunities, if they're shooting the right shot out of their offensive execution, then people will be in the right spots to rebound.
Rabadi goes to Talbot, looks to go back to Rabadi, up against Bowyer. We'll head to the line for the N1.
Great pass by Talbot, just teardrop pass, perfect placement for Rabadi and strong finish, and hopefully now she can get it and one.
You can just see the poise here on the replay. Didn't rush it, waited for Rabadi to get position. Rabadi also just some poise, strong off 2 feet. Hopefully 3-point play, they really needed that. And great to see Imogen Rock now into the game.
Lightning 1 from 5 at the free throw line so far today. All coming in this second quarter.
And all coming from, before then, Fagan. So keep going inside to Fagan.
Absolutely.
Hayley Andrews steals it away and takes on Fijo off the glass for 2.
That was really nicely done there by Andrews. Dug the shoulder in, got really good balance. Great finish. Off the steal, mind you.
Southside 38, leading Adelaide 27. And they double their advantage at quarter time. See if Adelaide can generate some momentum of their own. Fagan hands it off to Lockridge. Now they go to Talbot, working on Peters. Hands it off to Rabadi. Finding a way through the defense, couldn't get the finish. The rebound to George. It's a 7th. Peters to Andrews. Now they look to go to Bourne. Up against Fagan. Back out to Andrews. Now it's calling the shots. Off to George. How about the pass to Andrews?
And George has to be one of the best post passes in the league. She averages the 4 assists, and just what a passage of play. That should be definitely in the highlights this week, I think.
Talbot for 3, no good. But they win it back to Rabadi. Lockridge, Fagan now pulls the trigger from outside the arc. Same result.
And there you go, that's what I'm talking about. They just got 2 O boards in 1 possession. If they put their minds to it, Adelaide can definitely excel in that area.
Yeah, they just look a little flat right now, but I've mentioned it earlier. Dallas Lockridge needs to see more of the ball. You can see the Flyers are giving her a lot of attention. You mentioned taller defenders. Now she's got Imogen Rock on her again, another a taller guard. So Adelaide have to do a better job here actually getting her open and giving her looks, as we see right there.
On cue, Larissa Anderson. Dallas Lockridge makes a move.
She'll feel a lot better, and you all know that, like every player, if you get just that one basket, you relax a little bit. So hopefully we see a lot more good looks for her now. Adelaide need her scoring.
It was her first bucket of the contest. They do need her to get going. The Flyers have a handy lead at the moment. Let's check it all out on replay.
Be running that play again. That was just a little bit too easy.
Kayla George has a rest. Her side leads by 11. 4 minutes to go in this first half. Rock hands it off to Poch. Here's Peters. Nicely done.
It's great to see the mid-range game back in. A lot of it's just penetrating three ball, but so many players with quality mid-range games.
Brazel off the right.
So all of a sudden the floodgates are opening offensively here, Beck. We've been talking about defence, but now everyone's starting to just get some pretty easy scores going.
Andrews to Peters. Misfires. Rock, though, with the O board. She picks up the foul. So we've got Andrews, Rock, Poch, Peters and Bourne for Southside on the floor at the moment. Lockridge, Talbot, Strawbridge, Brazel and Whitaker for the Lightning. Andrews off to Peters, pulls the trigger for three, got it!
And she won't hesitate to put that shot up. Peters is a very, very precise shooter. That was well executed there from the end line.
Lockridge to Brazel, back to Whitaker, working hard inside against Peters. Couldn't get the finish. On to Peters. Now off to Poch. Great defense from the Lightning. Talbot to Lockridge. Picks it out to Brazel. Rattles out. Rock with the rebound. Another development player getting an opportunity today. Hayley Andrews to Peters. Now they look to go inside to Bourne. Just too good.
Really good steal by Bourne, just having a great game. You mentioned Imogen Rock off the bench. Great to see her. No surprise she's already got 2 rebounds. She has ridiculous hops, and she really gets after it. So she just, again, gives Flyers another athletic guard to get out there.
Southside now lead by 15. Strong second quarter.
And we're just under 2 minutes now heading into the half. Adelaide want to make sure that they can get some defensive stops and then try run on offensive transition, get yourself some easy baskets or execute. Who do you want the ball, what hands do you want the ball in right now and get those scores? Because right now you need to chip away. You need this at about 10 points heading into halftime to feel confident, build momentum when you come out of that second half.
Andrews to restart play.
46 points is just too much, so they need to really, as we right on cue there, Beck, get a nice easy look. Off a turnover. Defense is where they've got to, that has to be their focus. Nearly 50 points. We've still got 1:44 left in this second quarter. That's just too much for the Flyers.
We're heading to another timeout here in the second quarter. 1:44 on the clock. The Flyers 46 lead the Lightning 13. It will be deflating for Adelaide to not finish their season the way that they would like. If they go down, they want to go down having fought it out right to the end.
Well, especially when you've come off a game where you just versed Flyers with a full squad and you were so close. It was only in the last couple of minutes that you lost. It was only a 5-point loss as well. It was minuscule. So then to come out And say if it was a 15-point loss, you would feel defeated in the sense we didn't put our best foot forward. It was our last game. We want to finish with some pride, really show our character. Like Chris said, you're fighting for contracts for next season, but just as well, give back to the fans who have supported you all season and show them a good game.
Particularly a full crowd, like everyone's turned up for this last game today on the back of their great performance last weekend. So they definitely have a lot of work to do, and as I just mentioned, for me, it's all defensive focus now. If they can get some stops, they'll run, and they look great in the open court. So, I mean, Flyers are really rotating their bench now and almost 50 points, playing really relaxed. Adelaide need to focus on getting those stops.
Flyers lead was 6 points at quarter time. So opened up a handy buffer.
Well, shooting the three ball at nearly 80% has helped them too, mind you.
Yeah. And they're back to it, 56 points. Here's a steal, and not quite the finish from Talbot, but she wins it back.
It's already 4 steals for Talbot, you mentioned before, but she's having a great game so far defensively.
Fagan. Shot clock ticking down here for Adelaide.
Great take.
Fijo cut, get it done. Spills to Bowyer. Off to Bourne. Peters up against Talbot.
And that was just nice. She got front position, 2 deep in the key. And that was an impressive left-hand hooky on that shot.
You can see the size of the Flyers. They do have tall guards, and they're playing Peters in the 3 at times. So, as you mentioned before, Reed, another really tall guard. So, I do like the game plan. They know they're bigger than Adelaide, and they're utilising it.
11 points and 5 rebounds now for Sanaya Fagan. 90 seconds left in the half. Peters up against Talbot. It's going to be an offensive foul.
Talbot will be very thankful that that wasn't her 3rd foul. Instead, she created a foul. Good defense. She read it well.
Interesting. She was moving, so very lucky not to get her 3rd there.
Some sellout crowd here at the State Basketball Centre. Really great attendance. Lightning fans have come in droves this season. Fagan for 3. Talbot with a rebound, keeps it alive. Now she works her way inside. Oh, how's the block from Izzy Whiteman?
Fairly large.
Ooh, welcome to the league, Whiteman. Damn.
He's not aware of your game.
Talbot Schmelbert. That was a huge block, well timed.
Steph Talbot, no less. 18 years of age. Just come from a train-on player to be a development player. Izzy Whiteman has come through the representative pathways. Has some NBL 1 experience. She would have enjoyed that.
Well, normally you're asking, hey, what was your welcome to the league moment? She just served one up on a platter.
To an opal.
Played about 3 minutes in round 12. Other than that, hasn't seen much court time, Izzy Whiteman, but I think we'd like to see more, if that's any indication.
It was like that was past to Bourne. She just...
And I think, as you see here, this is a knowledgeable moment. If you're defending a player and you can't see the ball, always keep your hands up, because just like that, she almost caught it backwards, but you might get a deflection, you might get a steal or a jump ball, but if you have your hands up, it will help your cause. Don't have them down.
Christy Harrower in the background screaming out instructions from the sideline. Here goes Bowyer. And she loses it, but she picks up the foul.
I thought that was pretty good defense from Adelaide. I would have been super happy. You saw Fijo always getting over those screens, and might have just had a little bit of hands in, but again, physical plays on both ends.
Not long to work with here in the second quarter. Goes out of play. It'll be a lightning ball.
That was much better defense on that out-of-bounds play, but they have 8 seconds here. This is where you would have run situational drills at training. What play are you running, Rhys, and to who?
Is that a question?
Yep. Coach Anderson, pick and roll with Dilly-Dell?
Well, yes, and you've got Strawbridge here, who's obviously a great shooter, so they've brought her on to spot up.
Here is Dallas Lockridge.
Would have loved to have seen Lockridge really attack the basket there, but that would be the play that you go to for sure.
Strong first half to the Southside Melbourne Flyers, who are finals bound in WNBL26. At the half, they lead 48-35. This is the 4th time these two sides have met so far this season. Southside have won the previous 3 occasions. As we head courtside to Laura Hodges, who is standing by with Hayley Andrews.
So, Hayley, the first time that you're playing back in Adelaide after last season, and you're in the starting lineup, few people out, great start.
Yeah, it's really good to be back. I really enjoyed my time here in Adelaide, but yeah, we've come out ready to play. Obviously down a few of our key players, but everyone stepped up.
And that's right, everyone really has stepped up. And do you feel like the fact that you guys now, this is a game that you can just relax after the last few weeks of having pressure basketball?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we don't want to let off the gas, and we want to go into finals with some momentum, and I think it's a good confidence booster for all of us to step up and kind of show what we can do and do whatever we need that the team needs today.
Well, great first half and good luck for the second.
Thank you.
Flyers by 13 at halftime. Don't go anywhere. We've got Beck Cole and Rhys Anderson to break down the first half after the break. See you soon. Adelaide Lightning coach Aja Paramamar trying to fire up her players here at half-time as they're desperate to finish off their regular season with victory today in front of a vocal home crowd at the State Basketball Centre, but they trail the Southside Melbourne Flyers by 13 points at half-time. Jess Webster with you alongside two-time WNBL champion Beck Cole and former player and coach Larissa Anderson as we check out the match stats to half-time. Beck, what stood out to you from that first half?
A few big things is the rebound count. We see their Flyers leading 24-18. Also 14 assists already at halftime. The ball movement from the Flyers on the offensive end has been super impressive. But Adelaide have done a great job of applying pressure. They've got 6 steals, which has led to 9 turnovers from the Flyers. But Riss, we said defence is the main issue for Adelaide Lightning right now.
It really is. You just can't give up nearly 50 points in a half, particularly with the players that the Flyers are rotating through. I think you'd be really disappointed if you were Adelaide on that point. Flyers have got such a good spread of scorers no matter who comes out, and a fantastic three-point percentage, and yet Adelaide have still put up more three-point attempts than what the Flyers have when they're only shooting in the 20%. So Adelaide need to make some big adjustments here defensively and get out in the open floor and run, Beck. Run. Run.
These are the halftime highlights thanks to Hungry Jack's. Alice Lockridge still hasn't quite got herself going. Just one bucket in the opening half for 2 points. She would make such a difference, Larissa, if they can get her going in the second half.
She's only had 4 field attempts and a couple of them have been really at the end of the shot clock kind of rush. So they absolutely need to do a better job. We can accredit some of that to the defence for sure, but I think Adelaide could be doing a much better job setting her up as well.
Kayla George and Sanaya Fagan. Geez, we've seen some great battles between those two players across the season. Let's check out some of their highlights. Beck, how have you seen this battle going head-to-head today?
Well, George is just a vet. She's come out. She's shooting so well from the three-point line. A great facilitator as a postman too. She has been playing some good defence on Fagan, but Fagan, again, she's also just too good with 11 points, the 5 rebounds as well. So we're going to expect a really great battle for this second half. But if Fagan can keep being a threat, hit her threes as we see here, then bring it back inside, that will really help the momentum for Adelaide. But George, she's been just super great, but we don't expect anything less.
Fagan with the 11 points, George with the 6 and the 7 rebounds as well. Fagan with the 5. Larissa, who do you see has kind of got the edge in this one-on-one battle so far?
Oh, look, going from stats, you'd say Fagan, but Fagan's been out there nearly the whole first half. George is rotating and played a lot less minutes, so you'd think that I think George has the edge right now. She kicked them off with Bourne to a great start. Flyers are killing them inside right now, so I think the Flyers are winning that battle right now.
No Nia Locker, no Maddie Rochi for the Flyers this afternoon. Izzy Bourne leading the way with 12 points in the first half. She's been so consistent all season, Beck, averaging the 16 points and 5 rebounds as well. Does she fly under the radar a little bit for you?
I think because she just does her work quietly, that's maybe why some people, don't realise she's the leading scorer for the Flyers. But we see here lots of green dots. She's shooting an amazing 83%. We know she's a great shooter. She's already hit 2 from beyond the arc. But when she seals so deep inside, for me, that's when she's been most impressive this season. It's so hard to stop her. She's so poised under pressure and has great footwork.
And she's one player, Larissa, that from the Flyers' perspective that you want having momentum going into finals because she can really win a game for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's, as Beck just mentioned, she's got that inside-outside game. I thought the Flyers did a really good job of going to her early inside and getting her settled and getting her eye in. They've got that Horns play that Adelaide are really struggling to guard, and then Bourne read it really well and to get her 2 open three-point shots and 2 from 2. So she's got a great inside-outside game right now, and she's a huge key to the Flyers.
So it's the final day of the regular season in WNBL26. We cannot wait for the finals to kick off next week, and so too the players. Check this out.
I'm looking forward to finals because
it's what you play for. You play for a championship.
This is what we play for, right? Professional athletes. This is what, we work all these days for. We work as a team.
There's more nerves, there's more desire to win. Finals are what we play for, and it's the most fun.
Finals are never guaranteed, and I don't know how many finals left I'll get to play.
It's why we all play basketball. It's high pressure environment. It's kind of what we're waiting on.
It's something we talk about nearly every training, is just preparing for finals. So I feel like when you're able to put yourself in that position, it's really exciting to then hopefully be able to perform when that time comes.
It's a
you set a standard, and I think it's to make finals and obviously win a WNBL championship, but the first box that you probably do tick is to play in a finals series.
It's where the best players play, and I'm looking forward to competing against them.
Half-time at the State Basketball Centre in South Australia. The Southside Melbourne Flyers leading the Adelaide Lightning by 13 points at half-time. Good game of hoops unfolding here. Jess Webster with you in commentary today alongside Bet Cole, Larissa Anderson. Courtside for us today, four-time Olympian Laura Hodges, and she is with former Opals captain Tess Madgen. Down to you, Laura.
Yes, I am with the former Opals captain, Tess. Great to have you with us. You wear so many basketball hats at the moment, but one of them is the Adelaide Lightning Advisory. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so I joined Adelaide in the rebirth really, and it's been an adventure, but it's been really fun. I think what the team's doing, the girls all get along so well. It's a great culture to be around. They've done a lot of really great stuff off the court this year, and I can't wait to see what builds in the future on the court. I think Arch is a great addition to the team as well, and I just can't wait to see where the team continues to grow.
And you're the legendary Opals captain. Now it's a big year for the Opals. It's the World Championship year. Their qualifiers team's just been announced. Talk about that team and what you think.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a fantastic team. It always is going to be. We've seen the level of talent across the WNBL. You could probably field two teams that would be competitive at this point, but it's really exciting. I can't wait to see the team get back together after the success in Asia Cup and then bringing in all the WNBA superstars into the mix as well. So I can't wait to see what they do over there in Turkey, and we've got a couple of the superstars out on the court tonight, and it's just great, you know, Dallas Lockridge as well is not in the mix this time, but I can't wait to see where her Opals career goes as well. She's such a talented superstar.
And the game today with Southside, we just said how well they're playing with a few people out. What do you think of the game so far?
Yeah, Southside are moving the ball so well. It's a pleasure to watch. Kayla is out there facilitating, doing her thing, and I hope the Lightning can claw this the lead back in the second half.
Well, thanks, Tess, and keep up your good work with basketball and what you're doing with female basketball at the moment. It's amazing.
Thank you. You too, Laws.
So plenty of superstars out there on the court. I reckon a couple of superstars off the court as well. Laura Hodges and Tess Madgen, how good was that?
It's so good to see, obviously, iconic figures in the female game, both Opals representatives, and it's great that they want to come back and work in a space where, you know, they used to play and love, and I'm sure both of them being Adelaideans are very happy to see Adelaide get the first score of the second half.
And a wide open layup that was really well executed by Adelaide, and another steal to Steph Talbot, as you said, just momentarily.
Just momentarily. She's already had how many of those in the first half? About 3 steals for Steph Talbot. Peters off the right, that was great work.
Peters has some nice touch going today, doesn't she, around the basket?
Flies by 6 at quarter time, 13 at half time. Talbot in the corner for the Lightning. To Brazel. Keeps it alive. They go to Lockridge. Only 2 points in that first half.
And Rabati's grabbing at her throat. Hope she's okay. She sort of gave up on that play, walked off.
We'll keep an eye on it. Here's Peters for the Flyers. Hands it up to George. Now to Andrews. Into the corner. Reed's open for 3. She gets it done.
We said early, she's definitely a player. She can shoot that 3 ball. She can get to the rack, quick first step. But if she can get confidence in her shot, when Nia Locke comes back, it'll be interesting for finals whether Reed or Locke starts. But whatever way it is, if Reed can get going, she'll be a great asset.
Great block from Bourne, wins it back for the Flyers. Peters. Referee has spotted a foul. There's potential injury here to Shani Rabati. Top of your screen.
I think she just got an accidental elbow to the throat. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully it just needs a little breather. And she can be back out on the floor because she's been good on both ends of the floor tonight.
Reed working on Brazel now, searching for options. Goes to Kayla George. Can't get it done. Brazel off to Lockridge. Gets around Andrews. Gets it up to Fagan. What will she do against George? Swings it across to Brazel. Now they get the open shot in the corner to Strawbridge. It rattles out. Goes out of play. Southside ball. Flyers with 3 players in double digits now. Bourne with the 12 points, Reed with the 11, Peters on 10. There's Rabati on the bench. Hopefully we'll see it back out soon. 16 points now as Southside's lead. The defense from Strawbridge breaks it up. You need to get a few more stops here in the third quarter and get themselves back in the contest, Adelaide. Fagan with strength against George.
Nice easy look there for Adelaide. They need more of those.
Bourne up against Talbot and off the glass for 2 more.
That's a footwork. She just gave a fake middle, span back to her left hand. Just, she's been playing superb tonight.
Now up to 14 points, Izzy Bourne. Fagan will get another opportunity, but is denied on this occasion by George.
You can just see there on that play that the Flyers that switched on the pick and roll, but I thought it was a great pass inside by Dale Lockridge, but she's also very much in facilitator mode here, and she needs to get into attack mode real quick, or else this game's going to get away from Adelaide.
Talbot to Lockridge. Here she is. For 3, it bounces off the rim. Strawbridge, though, with the O board back to Dallas. This time, to work away inside, out to Talbot. Now back to Dallas. Shot clock down to 5. Works her way to the rack. That's a better move, just not quite the finish.
Absolutely. She needs to do that, and even the 3-point off the offensive rebound, she needs to back herself on that. They need her scoring real quick.
Peters picks up a foul. Fagan, the leading scorer for Adelaide at the moment with 13. Talbot on 9. Strawbridge on 6. And Lockridge just on the 2 points. Shooting at 14% from the field. Peters for 2. No good. Talbot with a rebound. The quick hands to Fagan. One-on-one against George. Fouls Fagan.
And that was smart. It was only her and George back there in the key. She went one-on-one. She was going to make the ref call a foul in that situation.
Interesting call from behind Kayla George. Thought that was pretty sneaky little hands there, but Fagan to the line. They need these two. They haven't been great from the foul line today, Adelaide. These are bonus points.
There's no better way to show your club loyalty this WNBL season than repping your favourite players' jerseys. So whether you're in the stands, watching from home, or shooting some hoops with friends, you can wear it with pride. Check it out at WNBLstore.com.au. And that free throw was Adelaide's first made. They were 0 from 5. Fagan makes it 2 from 2.
And they do. They make a big difference. Everyone's heard the term free throws win and lose games. They really do add up by the end.
Flies 55. Adelaide 41. George can't add to Southside's tally. The rebound to Fagan. So 7th. Gives it to Dallas. Pulls the trigger. Again, it's no good. Margin sitting at 14 points. It was 13 at half-time. Southside continue to hold Adelaide at arm's length. Reed is offline. Rebound to Toffee ANH. Gets fouled.
So the Flyers scoring just really slowed down here. And this is where Adelaide has the chance to capitalise. They need some really good looks here. Execute offensively in the half-court back and just know who they're going to get. I mean, they've had a couple of good looks and they just haven't dropped. So hopefully they can here.
Talbot into the corner for Strawbridge. They go back to Talbot. Shot clock down to 5. So drives away to the rack for 2.
Well, Flyers are switching defensively, which is going to create those sort of mismatches. So probably thought Talbot could have attacked a little bit earlier there, but they eventually got there.
5 minutes to go on the third. Peters one-on-one against Talbot. Talbot with a good defense. Peters comes up short.
Adelaide need to help inside on that, though. Oh, dear.
Oh, just a little bit too much on that pass from Talbot.
Flyers are doing a really good job of isolating the Lightning inside. They need to go in and help defensively on that mismatch. It's only 12 points with 4.5 minutes to go. There is a lot of game time left in this game. Adelaide, if they just look a little flat. They could get a couple of stops and easy scores. You watch, they could break this gap very quickly.
So the Flyers without Maddie Rocci and Nia Locke have one eye on the finals next week.
And that's now the Adelaide's 4th foul with 4.5 minutes. They still need to be aggressive. They need to get these stops, but they need to remain disciplined now. Otherwise, it will be a long rest of the quarter with Flyers going to the foul line.
Reed hands it off to Manny Potch. No good. Talbot races away. Really trying to eat into this deficit at the moment. It's off the hands of Bourne. It'll remain with Lightning.
Look, this has been, we've said it quite a few times this season with Adelaide. They always go for the high percentage pass there. They've had a couple of turnovers uncontested turnovers. Just go for the easy, high percentage options, get some scores on the board, then you can start having a bit of fun.
Strawbridge checks out of the game. Talbot takes on Bourne. The rebound to George.
And Adelaide have been able to close the gap in this third quarter. They've now only down 3 in the rebound count. Again, that just classic vintage move from George. She's so good at that. They're 12 assists now. They've actually really looked after the ball, Adelaide. They've only got 5 turnovers, but the biggest difference right now, it's just the field goal percentage. They're shooting 42% from two-point land and then only the 23% from beyond the arc compared to 60 and 50%. So that's a big part of it right now, Riss.
Absolutely. They're getting the shots up. They're not dropping.
Well, the Adelaide crowd, they want to win. They also get burgers this afternoon. W Galaxy, the code on your screen. Make sure you claim via the WNBL app. Follow the prompts to claim your free cheeseburger, thanks to Onion Jacks.
Very uncharacteristic from from Flyers in particular. Kayla George missing 2 free throws. She must be just feeling very generous. You can see a hungry crowd. You can sense the hungry crowd.
All the kids want them burgers.
They want those burgers back.
It's Sunday.
Monday cheat day.
What you want, Kayla George shall deliver.
Flyers by 12. Lockridge.
There we go.
That'll lift her confidence.
Nothing like a high percentage step back 3 to get yourself back into the game. Back to 10.
3 minutes to go on the third. They get it to single figures.
Good change up in D here from the Lightning.
Reed in the corner. It's no good. Adelaide's chance to generate some momentum here. Lockridge runs into trouble, hands it back to Talbot, now back to Lockridge. Trying to work her way inside, into the corner, Brazel! Can't get it done, Tofiano with the O-board to Fagan. Gets around George, now pops it up, it's no good. They've had a couple of opportunities, Adelaide.
And Hayley Andrews has just, I think, been hit in the face. That got her rattled a bit. We see the game means a lot to both teams. They're both hustling, getting after it.
Andrews is going to be very sore the amount of times they've run that play, and she's had to set that back screen on such strong bigs. You just watch here.
Yep.
For the Lightning, there is only one way through that screen, and that is to go through it. As you mentioned, Beck, now for the remainder of this quarter, the Flyers are off to the free throw line. So you don't want to be in foul trouble, any key players. If you're Adelaide, you need to be disciplined here. Keep your cool, keep your head.
Stoic referee with Coach Aja Paramama pleading her case.
Nice discussions going on there from the sideline.
So what does the margin need to be at three-quarter time, Beck, for Adelaide to feel confident? Maybe you can answer that, Larissa. Beck's turned the mic off. Potch from long range.
I think she just wants to see, so right there, now another quality stop. See if they can get a high percentage look in the heart. Look, it's only 12 points, but they've had their chance to get it back and chip away a little bit better than this. They have slowed them down defensively, but offensively they just... And that one, that's a really great finish. They're the ones they need to finish.
And they've held Southside to just the 9 points in this third quarter. Well, they've put on 12 of their own. We're heading to a timeout here in the third quarter, less than 2 minutes to play. Flyers 57, the Lightning 47. So how would Adelaide be feeling? Because they've had their opportunities back to get this down to single figures in this third quarter.
In this timeout right now, if I'm Adelaide, great job. You've got it back to 10. There's just under 2 minutes. If we can remain disciplined and don't foul, but keep being aggressive on the defensive end and do what you've been doing the last few minutes on offense, it's working. You're executing, you're getting the right shots for the right people. If you can get this to 6-7 points, you're in great stead entering the fourth. But you can't allow Flyers to come out of this timeout and regain momentum, otherwise it will be hard for them to come back.
Dallas Lockridge, just the 4 points for her, averages a 17 per game this season. What has she got left in the tank? So check out this great drive from Taylor Brazel on the Amy replay all the way to the basket to keep Adelaide in touch here in this third quarter. They trail the Flyers by 10 points with 2 minutes to go in the third. Is this their chance to make their move? As we head courtside to Laura Hodges, who was around the Flyers camp at that last timeout. Laura?
Yes, that was just a really settling timeout for Southside, and Christie doesn't want them to rely on the three-point line. She wants them to be able to get out, get stops, get out and run, move the ball from side to side, and then get those good looks, and just not wait and take that three towards the end of the shot clock.
Bourne for three, rattles out. They're still going for those shots.
As they put up another three.
And they go for it again. That one goes down.
She's like, don't worry, coach. I'm going to make it. That's why I'm taking it. Might have taken me 2 attempts, but still 50%, right?
It has been working for them. 11 3-points made.
That's how she would think anyway.
Well, and Bourne shoots the ball at 53%, so you know she's shooting the right shots.
Final 60 seconds of the third. Southside back to their halftime advantage of 13. Hodge to Bourne. Andrews under pressure. Peters. Great pass to Bourne. Even better denial by Talbot. Bourne keeps it alive. To Peters. Shot clock down to 2. Throws it up. And it goes out of bounds. A good defensive effort from the Lightning.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see the bench getting behind that one. They had to really play defense for a long time there. Now they need to capitalise off this offensively.
Talbot back to Lockridge. Now looks to drive away to the rack. Doesn't get the finish. The rebound to Poch. Had their moments here in the third, Adelaide. Here's one. Brazel steals it away and hands it off to Talbot. Looking to take some momentum into the final break. What is she going to do here? Talbot hands it off to Lockridge. They put to go to Rabati. Peter's got a hand in there. Now back to Lockridge. Shot clock ticking down. She throws it up! A three-pointer close to three-quarter time for Dallas and the Lightning. And they are within 10 points of Southside at three-quarter time. A nice little team lifter from Dallas as we turn from home. The Flyers 60, lead Lightning 50. Don't go anywhere. We've got a big final quarter to come after the break. One more final quarter to go in Adelaide's season at three-quarter time at the State Basketball Centre. They trail the Southside Melbourne Flyers by 10 points, 60 plays 15. Jess Webster with you on commentary today alongside Bet Cole and Larissa Anderson. They had their chances in that third quarter, Larissa, Adelaide, to get it down to single figures, but they're still within 10 points with 1 quarter to go in their season. Hopefully they can finish full of running.
Yeah, look, 10 points is nothing, but when they're shooting the way they are at the moment, it's going to be tough. But it only takes a couple of easy looks and easy baskets, and that turns very quickly. 10 minutes goes for a long time. But I think a couple of Adelaide players are in their own head at the moment, and they just need to relax and really just leave it all out there. This is the final quarter of their season. Give it everything you've got.
See what they can produce. Vaughan's had a good afternoon, so too Talbot.
Talbot's on triple-double watch here. She's having a fantastic game. 11 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and that's her 4th steal. That is a really good stat line right there.
Certainly is. We saw our first triple-double yesterday to Annalie Maley.
4 assists is a lot for 1 quarter, but let's see if she can get it done.
Four-time Olympian Laura Hodges was around the Lightning huddle at three-quarter time. Laura, what were the final messages from coach Aja Paramama with 1 quarter left in their season?
Well, Aja agrees with you, Larissa. It's put it all out there. You've got 10 minutes to go of the season. Generate stops in defense, push and run, and make sure that you move the ball and you read the defense. Don't just preempt what you're going to do. So it's all about getting stops and getting good looks in transition.
Oh, Fagan with the steal against Posh. Can she finish it off? She does! This is the start that Coach Aja Paramama would have wanted at three-quarter time.
That's what they need, steals, fast break.
And that's their 10th steal for the game. That's been something that's been super impressive, as we see on the Amy replay. Fagan just slapping the ball out of Poch's hands and all the way to the basket, won that foot race.
Makes it tally to 18 points so far today, Sanaya Fagan. They've got it to within 7. Strong start to the final quarter. Lockridge steps around Bourne, now runs into Andrews. It's an offensive rebound. Foul.
That's one of those players I'm talking about. Lockridge really needed to just shoot that. But perhaps make it a step-back 3. She hasn't missed one of them today. I mean, on the three-quarter time break, another step-back 3 on that one. She was wide open. She is such a good three-point shooter. She has to just leave the other 3 quarters behind and put that shot up.
And she also had her mid-range. When she came to her jump stop too, Andrews was still had space off her. And she's a great player. She just needs to go out and enjoy. But Steph Talbot with another one.
And a finish as well.
Christy Hara's calling it.
Bet Cole's called it.
She is having an incredible game, Steph Talbot. 11 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 steals.
Maybe she'll get the T-dub off steals the way she's going. That's already 2 steals to start the quarter. Only 5 more, Talbot. Come on.
The T-dub. I like it. Is that what we're calling it these days?
That's what we've always called it. Get on board, Beck.
So Christy Harrow has seen enough to start this final quarter. The margin was 10 points at three-quarter time, and they've scored 5 points to none. So take another look at Steph Talbot's elite work.
And that's where you've got to look at, really is just sort of coming down to that shooting percentage, because 12 assists to 16 assists, but then the Adelaide Lightning have forced 15 turnovers for the Flyers. So it's been super impressive. And on the other hand, they've looked after the ball with only 6. So great momentum, exactly what they wanted to do coming out in the fourth quarter. You just force the opposition to call a timeout. But this is the difference. The last game, they were up, they were close, and they just couldn't execute when it came to the end. You're only 5 points behind now. It's anyone's ball game. Can you execute? Can you get redemption from last game?
And turnovers has been a constant discussion for the Flyers. So I think a little bit of slash arm, get open, look after the ball would have been a fairly big discussion, I would have thought, with the Flyers then.
Laura Hodges was around the Southside camp at that timeout. Laura, was Christy Harrower a little worried here?
She wasn't worried at all. She literally just said what Larissa said, is just look after the ball, be strong with the ball, rip it through, get a foul, hold on to the ball, and then release from the pressure. She's like, if they're pressing you up, we can get layups down the other end by making smart passes and smart decisions.
Flyers by 5 points. They led by 6 at quarter time, 13 at half time, 10 at three-quarter time. It's probably the first time that Adelaide have applied a bit of pressure on Southside today, at least on the scoreboard.
Yeah, well, yes. With the amount of steals they've had, they just haven't been able to capitalise and actually make that hurt. Now they're making it hurt. So let's see if they can really. 8.5 minutes to go. There is so much time left, and it's only a 5-point game. So no excuses for Adelaide here. They have every chance to get it done.
Overboard from Andrews and the foul.
Giving up an offensive rebound is not ideal. If I was the crowd, I'd be calling for more burgers right now. There's a lot of people in this house today. Make some noise. Get behind. That's half a burger.
Hey! Oh, 0 from 2. More burgers for the hungry crowd here at the State Basketball Centre.
Does that mean they get a Whopper if it happens twice?
I'd be trying. That's a lot of burgers today.
Fagan to Fijo. Can't get it done. George with her 11th rebound. Southside looking to settle. Reed to George. Referee spotted a foul.
And that'll now be the 4th Adelaide team foul, just under 8 minutes. Not exactly what Coach Aja would have wanted, neither would the girls, but you can't just rest. You can't just not hustle. You need to still be aggressive. But I said it before, be disciplined. If you want to come back, defense is what is winning you this game, and then as well executing on the other end of the floor.
Well, it's just getting that balance back. I mean, I love that Adelaide are really getting aggressive defensively. They're up in the lanes, and with that's coming the steals, but then they've just got to know when to pull back a little bit, particularly with the defense in the post.
Taylor George.
And they've got to block out.
Bourne can't clean it up. Talbot, what a game she's having. Hands it off to Fagan. Now works her way inside. Too good!
That was lovely. Little shot fake. We all know she loves the 3. Got Kayla just that little bit off balance. Great drive and finish. Game on, Beck.
Play on, player. Let's go.
Hasn't been their night at the free throw line. Adelaide 3 from 9.
Akuna Matata, Jess. Leave your past and you're behind. There we go. 3-point play.
And as you said it, Larissa, game on. Margin back to 2 points. So plenty of time on the clock. 7.5 to play.
And you can feel the energy. The atmosphere is really building now. The crowd wants it for their Lightning team. They just forced another turnover.
Run, Adelaide, run. 4 on 5, 5 on 4.
Great.
There we go. And they found the opportunity through Strawbridge. Scores a level at the State Basketball Centre. As they say in the classics, we've got a ball game. So take another look at this last play. Oh, Steph Talbot breaks it up, only momentarily.
And this full court press is rattling the Flyers. You can tell they're rushing into their offense. Yep. Now that's caused started 10 seconds, they only entered their offense, and now they've got another steal. Fake it to the basket.
Running downhill, misfires.
Yeah, it's really speeding them up, Beck. For such an experienced group, they do just need to show that little bit more poise. But this is what, if you're Christy Harrower, this is like, girls, this is exactly what we need from this game. Keep your heads, as we speak there, one of their veterans, Hallie Peters, great settling basket there.
Now they've got some finals-like pressure and atmosphere at the moment.
This is what they need, absolutely. Without Maddie Rocci out there, all lock, but particularly Maddie Rocci, their floor general. This is a great chance for the Flyers to really show what they're made of.
Talbot can't get it done, but she's on triple-double watch, 3 assists away. Andrews feeds Bourne for 2. That's a settling basket to the Flyers. And we've got a timeout in the last. Their lead is 4 points after Adelaide drew scores level. Bourne up to 17 points. Peters with the 14. Reed with the 11. Kayla George has 13 rebounds. We have one more match to finish off the regular season coming up tonight. And what a treat it is going to be. 2 of the big competition heavyweights going head-to-head tonight. Townsville taking on Bendigo for a little bit of bragging rights heading into the final series. Top 4 ladder positions are set. That will be a great fight that we look forward to watching unfold tonight. Full house here at the South Australia State Basketball Centre. Desperate to watch their team come home in a flurry and potentially snatch victory here this afternoon. The Flyers want to take winning momentum into the semi-final series next week. We have 6 minutes and 11 seconds on the clock.
This is where the crowd can really be the 6th man for Adelaide here. They've come to support the girls on their final game of the season. Adelaide have slowly got themselves back into this game with 6 minutes to go. There is so much basketball to go here. Let's see if the crowd can really make a difference. And for the Flyers, this is like finals type situation here. There's a bit more pressure on them here. They want to finish on a win. They don't want to give this win to Adelaide.
A 4-time Olympian Laura Hodges was around the Lightning group at that time out. Laura, what did their coach Aja Paramama have to say?
Well, she's been so happy with their defense, and she said that's what's got them back into the game. So she wants them to keep generating stops, but then also be really mindful on where the main players are on the court to be able to guard a veteran like that, Kayla George, that's just hit those 2 points. But they're also giving away the free stuff right now in the stadium, so I think this crowd, they're going to be really amped up in those last 5 minutes.
Brazel misfires for 3. Can they win it back through Strawbridge?
It's a great offensive hustle rebound there from Strawbridge.
Fagan. She's up for 2. Muchly need a basket.
That's a game.
So smooth. And Strawbridge has been great. You said it, Riss. Great hustle on that last O board, but she shot her shot confidently. She's really come in and given a great spark in this afternoon's game.
Reed with the O board and then gets fouled by Talbot. Not what they needed.
And that's the 5th team foul now. But again, it was great initial defense, but you just need to finish off the play, box out, rebound, and reward yourself for a great defensive effort.
Reed misses the first, not happy with herself. 65% free throw shooter so far this season.
Quite a few Adelaide players on 3 fouls right now too, so 5 minutes to go. That's still 2 fouls up their sleeve, but they've just got to be mindful of it.
5 minutes left in the contest.
And Flyers only shooting the 30% from the free throw line. Adelaide not far ahead on 40%, so the charity stripe has been a difficult one for both teams.
Sure, Brazel makes a move. Doesn't get the finish, but it's kept alive by Strawbridge. Lockridge, Brazel to Fagan.
Adelaide with 5 out here.
Oh, wonderful defense from Kayla George.
Great block by George.
Flyers by 4. Peters looks to go to Bourne. Foul by Strawbridge, which I think is a 4th personal.
These are these little adjustments, and it's been inside, reaching or playing behind and reaching, not blocking out. If they could just tighten up those small skills, it would make a big difference in the end of this game. Flyers go to the line every single foul now if they don't realise that. They've got to keep their hands out. They're bonus points, even though they're not actually making the most of it, as Christy agrees with us, shaking her head. Free throws have not been good today at all.
No, hasn't been the friend for either team. She gets 1 of 2, Izzy Bourne. Timeout called on the floor. Southside have handicapped by 5 points. Adelaide did draw scores level early in this 4th quarter. Flyers currently with a little bit of breathing room, but there's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left, so still very much anyone's game. A few players in foul trouble. Strawbridge with the 4 personals for Adelaide. Kayla George also on the 4 fouls as well, alongside Steph Talbot, who's putting together an impressive stat line. 13 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, 2 blocks as well. Fagan having a great day on the scoreboard with 23. It's been a great season for Sanaya Fagan as well, averaging the 17 points per game, 6 rebounds. So completing a rookie WNBA season with the LA Sparks. Has come to Australia. Been a fantastic contributor for the Lightning.
And it's great for when the young WNBA players come out here into the WNBL where their role changes. They're the big dog. When they come here, they have more opportunity to grow their skill, their confidence. So when they go back, they've really elevated their game, and we've just seen so many WNBA players come here, excel, and go back and have their greatest seasons back in the WNBA. So it's great to see how good this league is and how we can develop players.
This is the 7th match this season that Sanaya Fagan has had 20 or more points in a single game, so
she's impressive. So young. Like, she's going to develop so much within her game as well as mentally, and how she attacks the game. So great to see a talent like her.
She's 22 years of age, and here she is feeding Talbot. Less than 4 minutes to play, and the margin sits at 3. What have we got coming up?
Coach would be happy with that execution out of the timeout, and that should...
Adelaide's way! Oh!
Foul against Fijo.
I didn't expect that.
Really?
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I don't know. I don't see it. That was good D. Good D. Calling it.
Laura Hodges was around the Southside camp at the last timeout. Laura, what did Christy Howell have to say to her players?
Just another real settling timeout, but they showed a zone in that last little bit, but it was very impressive that Adelaide, it didn't rattle them. They still went to what they wanted. They got a deep seal with Steph Talbot, easy points, but they really have to stop fouling now. They can't send them to the foul line because they won't stay in touch with this game with only 3 minutes to go.
Thanks, Laura. 5 points is the margin. Less than 4 minutes to go in Adelaide's season. Fagan off to Talbot. Comes up short.
See, they've done that a couple of times. I don't think that's a mismatch with Peters on Talbot. She's been forced into that fadeaway a couple of times, which hasn't been good for them. I'd really love to see them isolate Talbot to actually attack Peters in that situation. Great ball movement by the Flyers there, and much better block out.
George couldn't get it done. Hands another opportunity to the Lightning. Talbot to Fagan, back to Talbot. Those two combined.
So that's
Fagan, oh, it's stolen away by Reed.
See, that's just silly. Fagan sends them to the line again. They're the sort of fouls that's really let them down all season, particularly Fagan. That's where you said she's young, she needs to learn. And that last one, Talbot had George on her. That's where she needs to attack. So they're just not recognising the mismatches here and sending Flyers to the line again.
shots coming up for Terrari. And 1 from 2. 6 points, the difference with 3 minutes on the clock. Sanaya Fagan, great game from her so far. Kayla George with the block and possession.
And Kayla is pumped. Fagan has had 23 points today. She's been great, but for George just to really shut her down, you can tell she's excited.
Because she's sitting on 4 personals, so flirting with danger, Kayla George, but with a 5th block. It's a timely one indeed.
And as you pointed out, Beck, Jess, there has been a really good battle going on between Fagan and George today, so it's been very physical.
Travel called, Adelaide ball.
And then great team defense down that end. Dallas had her covered, but she went to come middle, Reed, and Fagan was there.
That's what we love about this game. There is so much contact going on. Everyone's leaving it all out there. 2 minutes to go, only 6 points. Adelaide need a good look here.
Fagan gives it to Talbot with strength, finds her way to the rack, but misfires. George with a 16th rebound. Hands it to Andrews, running downhill, off to Bourne. Wonderful team play from the Flyers.
But again, they're trying to isolate Talbot, that time against Bourne. Again, when you've got Talbot in that 4 spot, they're better off to try and get her attacking those slower bigs.
Oh, rattles out, but great work from Fijo. Just not quite the finish.
And it's more, again, one-on-one isolation plays, like you said, Riss. Get some pick and roll action, get going downhill. Again, Flyers going to the line. But this is what we've spoken about with Lightning finishing out games. They get a little bit lost in the last couple minutes when things get close. But it just shows as well how much you just can't put a price on experience and, you know, leading a team, making the right decisions, and not only on offense, but also on the defensive end of the floor.
Absolutely, agree 100%. And you can just see we saw Fagan then, and then on that last play, just really frustrated fouls that they've got to take out of their game. But
she makes them both count. Hayley Andrews, and makes it pretty tough from here. Margin back out to double digits. Talbot gets fouled. £15 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists and 5 steals, 2 blocks as well for Steph Talbot today. Can they do it, Beck, with 1:29 on the clock, 10 points of difference?
no. No, I'm not Beck.
No, but I agree with Larissa. I just think the expertise and the vets in the Flyers is what has really, again, just shown up in the last few minutes here, and 10 points. I just think Flyers are too good right now.
So
and
no.
Don't think Adelaide can get over the line.
Yeah, much better response by you, Beck.
But if you're Adelaide, don't give up.
Steph Talbot won't. Leaves it out there.
Leave it all out there on the floor for your fans, for yourself, and enjoy this last minute if you have of your last game of the season.
I would love 3 more assists from Talbot, but that's going to be tough when they keep going to her to score.
I think she was on 7 assists at 3/4 times. We've had...
Yes, and 5 steals. So that's pretty slack by her, actually. She could have got another 5 steals this quarter.
Hayley Andrews, what have you liked about her game today in the absence of Maddie Rocci?
Really balanced. I really love the inside-outside game, but also in the 3 spot, she's created a bit of havoc defensively, just providing that extra reach. I think you've mentioned a couple of times about them isolating her inside because she is that taller guard. She's had a really lovely touch. So she's just shown that word poise and veteran that experience that she brings. She's really showed that today.
Stays on the 6 points.
Free throws, my goodness, today.
Talbot out to Lockridge. They need to start going for it. Dallas does.
Off target. Gone in. they've certainly had their chances today. I mean, they've been so close, but their defence overall has been really solid. I've liked the change-up on the pick and roll. The steals have been fantastic. They just unfortunately haven't been able to capitalise. Lockridge hasn't had a great... Lockridge and a couple of others just haven't had their greatest game overall offensively. But there's some really exciting signs for Adelaide. Some really... they've been able to blood some really young players that have shown, like Brazil and the like. You've said Fagan is a really young input. They've really improved this season. Lockridge has had such a fantastic season, so they could be really proud of a lot of things this season.
Is Lockridge your pick for Breakout Player of the Year?
Well, she's definitely one of them. I think considering her last season, you've got to look at from one season to the next, and she's right up there in terms of what she's done this season compared to past seasons, for sure. Andrews is going to need a big ice bath after this game. They've just literally just been throwing her to the ground all game. As Hayley Peters just points out, don't throw people to the ground.
I don't know if Peters was talking to a ref or an Adelaide opponent, but you love seeing players back their own teammates.
Love seeing it. I don't think she would have been talking to the ref, because I don't think the ref would have thrown her to the ground. Adelaide have just lost their cool a little bit on these last couple of possessions.
It's just falling apart slightly for Adelaide in these final couple of minutes. Hayley Andrews will once again go to the line.
Just give them burgers. Just give them burgers. Yep, there you go. Good girl. That would be 3 free burgers today, right? Is there a triple whop?
Oh, I'm not going to lie, I don't go there often to know if but you can ask for 3 patties.
No, the rule is actually once. So even though there's been 3 lots of missed free throws, that's why the crowd are not cheering. They've got their free burger.
Yeah, you only get one.
Go and enjoy it. They must be eating their burgers.
This time Izzy Bourne go the charity stripe, which has not been the friend of both Adelaide and Southside today. Adelaide shooting at 40%, Southside 44. Izzy Bourne gets the first.
1,000 free throws for both teams this week.
And she makes it 2 from 2.
Even though Adelaide's season's over. Step back through. Oh,
final 30 seconds. Strawbridge keeps it alive. Lockridge throws it up. Can't get it to go. They'll once again send Southside to the charity stripe.
And I think they're all having a giggle seeing into Bauer just absolutely slip and
ankles broken.
Yeah, by Dallas Lockridge, but you have to laugh about it. Otherwise, you'll cry.
If it had gone in, that would have been replayed over and over and over again. That was a serious step back. And they're both having a bit of a giggle about it there, as you can see, just up the top of the three-point line. As Manny Potch getting on board with today's free throws.
Yeah. 0 from 2. Causing havoc out there, the charity stripe. Let's take another look at Indy Bauer just losing her feet. Having a giggle about it with her teammates. This is to be 4 wins against Adelaide this season for the Flyers. There's both sides making a few changes, bringing on some young players for this final 15 seconds. Bauer hands it off to Whiteman, gave us one of the highlights of the match, the decisive block against Steph Talbot. Brock gives it back to Whiteman. Bauer.
Come on, somebody
throw it up.
Girl.
So Adelaide's season comes to an end. The Southside Melbourne Flyers march towards the final series with a 13-point victory here this afternoon. They led by 6 points at quarter time, 13 at the half, 10 at three-quarter time before the Lightning made their run to start the last. They drew scores level and really put the Flyers under the pump, but they steadied late to emerge winners by 13 points today ahead of a massive semi-final series against Perth to commence next week. They sealed place in their finals with a win against the Caps last Tuesday night. Izzy Bourne led the way with 23 points for Southside today. Sanaya Fagan also ended her season with 23, but Izzy Bourne is with Laura Hodges.
Well, Izzy, great game. First game back in Adelaide, you had 23 points, 10 rebounds, you fought it out. The Lightning came back there, but you weathered the storm.
Yeah, we knew that Lightning weren't going to give up. It was never going to be an easy game, so credit to them for playing so hard. And yeah, it's really good for us and our momentum going into finals.
So the focus now for you guys is Townsville. You have beaten them this season. What are you preparing this in the next week?
I think just working on being consistent. I think we had a few mistakes that we probably can't have in finals and try and get a win. So I think just cleaning things up and getting a bit tighter with the ball. And yeah, I think we're pretty confident going up to Townsville and giving them a run for their money.
And I think a lot of you would be a little bit disappointed about your free throw percentage. I think you were in the 40%. So at finals time, that's really tricky. Do you think Christy would talk about that?
I'm sure Christy will talk about that. She was probably one of the first things she'll let us know in the locker room, but we'll work on it and get better.
Well, great season. Keep the momentum and good luck for finals.
Thank you. Thanks.
Great stuff from Izzy Bourne today with a double-double, 23 points, 10 rebounds. Don't go anywhere. We're going to wrap it all up for you after the break. The Southside Melbourne Flyers take winning form into the finals next week. They make it from 4 against the Adelaide Lightning this season with a 13-point victory here today at the South Australia State Basketball Centre. Jess Webster with you alongside Bet Cole and Larissa Anderson. Adelaide put up a fight this afternoon. Ultimately, Southside just a little bit too much class.
Like always, Adelaide definitely brought it to the Flyers, made them a little bit nervous, but it was just the experience and the class from Flyers that got them over the line, and they'll have that momentum now going into finals, which is what they needed. But you have to look at the positives for Adelaide and what they've done all season, and just see what they've done with the club, the players, the growth that they've had. And that woman right there, she was definitely one to watch.
23 points for Sanaya Fagan. Finished off her great season with another fantastic performance, Larissa.
Yeah, overall, absolutely. That was a great offensive game, and as we saw, some sneaky hands on a couple of occasions. I really liked how Adelaide mixed it up. Fagan had a really good inside-outside game. You see on that clip there, just attacking off the rim when we know she's more a prolific shooter. So I think she did a great job. She's had a great season. One of the highlights for Adelaide this season for sure.
Steph Talbot, we were on triple-double watch for about a quarter and a half, really. She finished with 15 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals as well. We nearly had back-to-back triple-doubles in consecutive days, but it wasn't to be. These are the match stats to full time. Southside with a 6-point lead at quarter time, 13 at the half, 10 at three-quarter time. Adelaide drew scores level in that last quarter, but the Flyers steadied ahead of a massive semi-final series against Townsville next week. Great to see players remaining in good spirits post-game. Let's check out the Bunnings Warehouse ladder. We've got one more game to come in the regular season. That is tonight, Townsville taking on Bendigo. But Southside finishing in 4th position. They've been playing each other so often the last couple of weeks. I'm losing track of who's playing who. But Townsville, Perth, Bendigo and Southside, your finalists for WNBL26. Cannot wait for the final series.
Oh, it is going to be so exciting. There's so many talented teams right now who are in form. And tonight we're going to get a clash as well. Townsville versus Bendigo. Bendigo coming off a few losses, so they definitely want to build their momentum heading into finals.
So Southside have found their winning form going into finals. Can Bendigo do the same tonight? We cannot wait. We've got that game coming up tonight. But today it was the Flyers who beat the Adelaide Lightning by 13 points. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.
About that.
Yikes.